All right, welcome back from that short break. And here we are talking about the Nigerian tech sector, which has become one of the biggest sector in Nigerian economy, contributing fantastic GDP contribution to the Nigerian economy, over 20.58% as of 2024, and currently over 21% has been added to our GDP. Joining me right now is Mr. Peter. So let's have Mr. Peter. Hello, Mr. Peter. Very good to have you on the show, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, very well. I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
Good being on this show.
All right.
Thank you for bringing me in.
All right. So let's get down to the Nigerian tech sector. You are in that industry. You know much about that industry. But what has been your assessment so far in the development of Nigerian tech business environment?
Okay. Nigerian tech business environment is one of the of African most dynamic and promising sector. When you are combining the strong innovation energy with the social challenges and everything, Nigeria is actually doing well in terms of tech business currently now in Africa. So Nigeria holds the largest numbers of tech startups in Africa. So we have almost 25% of fintech companies in Nigeria. The ecosystem benefits from the young to some people that are not so old too, that are in love with technology. So the tech business in Nigeria now is very robust, and there's a lot of things going on currently now in tech business in Nigeria that many Nigerian youth can just tap into.
All right, interesting, Mr. Peter. Now, let's also take a look at one of the questions that many, someone that may not know much about the tech business want to also understand. When we say tech business, what does it really mean when we say tech business?
Tech business, it's just as simple. Any business you are doing that involve technology in your production, your day-to-day activities, your delivery, you can term it as tech business. So any business you are involved into that involve the use of technology, maybe from the production level or from the delivery level or from the communication level. So it's within the tech business range.
Now, I love the way you put it, but for the benefit of our viewers who may want to look at, how does the tech come into their business, or how does they relate their business to technology? Can you help us to break that down?
Okay. When we're talking about tech business, we mostly use fintech as an example. The health tech too, the agri-tech, the AI, the telecommunication. Many people now are into POS business all over the country. Millions of them are into POS business. And they are actually into tech business because their day-to-day running activities are based on technology.
So interesting.
So do you want me to go further more on that?
No, you can add, because many of our viewers want to really know the aspect whereby this technology is shaping businesses. You have made mention of the POS, but beyond the POS, where else is the
in the banking industry, you will find tech there. They are sending money, receiving money. There are people behind it, and those are the tech guys, and they are the one making the sending and the receiving possible. It's based on technology. So I'm on my home now. I can be able to talk to you, to communicate. It's based on technology. So these are tech business, and we are talking about tech business now. There are people that are into cyber security. There are people that are into website development. All these things are tech business. So like now, you can give me a job for website development or a cyber security job. All these things fall into tech business.
Now, there is a report that just came out recently that by 2026, that is just 3 months from now into next year, Nigerian tech sector will record over 18.6 billion US dollar. And what will come to ordinary mind is that how big is the Nigerian tech sector in this regard?
The Nigerian tech sector is something that many people don't actually they like to say ignorant. You like to say ignorant. Many people don't actually know how robust and how big it is. In Nigeria, we have over 125 million active users of internet that know how to use internet, know how to use technology. So, and in Nigeria too, we have over 200 million population. And if you are looking into the funding of the ICT in Nigeria, In Nigeria right now, the ICT sector, the technology sector, contributed to the 20% of Nigerian GDP. You can know how much big it is, 20% of Nigerian GDP. So, and if you are talking about the funding, there are top players in the fintech companies in Nigeria now, like the Money Point that's already a unicorn, the OPay now worth $3 billion US in values. 2 billion, sorry, 2 billion in values. While Flutterwave is worth 3 billion in values. And now about a Money Point, fast growing, they worth billions in value. So you can see how robust it is. These people are making the transaction that are going on their platform is running into trillions of naira in Nigeria. So imagine these sectors contributed to over like 18 to 20% of Nigerian GDP. So we can know how big and robust this thing is.
Now, Mr. Peter, I really love the illustration you gave by using the financial sector, the fintech, as an example of the tech business environment of Nigeria. But which other sector can this tech, dive into? For instance, the agri sector, the health sector. How can we also maximize the opportunity of tech sector in this other subsector that I've just mentioned?
Okay. If you look at the agri sector now, if you look at though I'm not so much conversant in that sector of agri sector, but with the knowledge I have about them, if you see now in this world now, it is fast revolving. Everything is based on technology now. If you see some farmers, what they are doing on their farm, they make use of technology in planting and in harvesting. You know what? A farmer that is using technology to run his farm, what is going to produce will be much more than a farmer that is using a bare hand. Our forefathers then, they used bare hand, the use of hoes, cutlass, all these things to make their farmland and all those stuff. But currently now, they now use technology. A lot of farm tools are being produced that help the day-to-day activities in the farms, and that even make the production of farm produce to be more large. If you look at the country like Brazil, if you look at their farm sectors, you'll be wow, and you look at the technology that's fast growing. So also in health sector in Nigeria, there are a lot of machines now, there are a lot of technology now being put into. Now, before, if you want to, maybe you want to check your blood pressure, there are some machines they are using before, there are some manner where they can just try to, but now there are some machines now that in just seconds, by putting it in your hand, it will give out your report about your health report. So we are now having in every field, most especially in health sectors, from planning, from doing some tests. Everything you can see is revolved around technology.
Interesting. But there is a way we can also look at this discussion without pointing to the fact that there are constraints on the part of the tech sector in Nigeria. But share your experience with us when it comes to the challenges within this sector that you think that we need to address so that we can really move forward in the tech sector of the Nigerian economy.
There are constraints in regulation. Yes, there are constraints in regulation. Though the government are really doing to try to put something right to regulate. Any sector has to be regulated. Any sector without regulation is bound to let loose, uncontrollable. So I will give it to CBN for some of their policy, though there are some constraints that there are some policies that are overlapping. So like several taxes, there are several bodies like NCC. We have NCC, we have SEC, we have NITDA, we have CBN. So these multiple agencies are overlapping. Their requirements are overlapping. Their requirement they have to meet up with the SEC. Their requirement they have to meet up with the NCC. Their requirement they have to meet up with the CBN. So all these overlapping requirements is a constraint. And now I think CBN introduced one thing now, that they want to be geotagging every POS in Nigeria. Though that is a good development. It's a good development because we are now, when we talk about tech, even criminals are using technology right now. The bandits, the Bukaran, they are using technology. You see them, the kidnappers too, how they take ransom, they're not using technology in terms of all this fintech. You see many bandits that they are running POS, that they use POS, they use all these things to siphon money, to launder their proceeds from their kidnapping business. So government coming in, CBN coming in to geotag is a very good development. But there's going to be an adverse effect And we can't say because of the advantage that they won't regulate. They have to be regulated. That geotagging now means that every POS are being geotagged to a particular location. Once your machine is moved from that location, it will stop working. It will lose services. So they are doing this to curb the menace of insecurity in the countries. So which is a good one. But the adverse effect is that it will reduce the activities of people that are doing this business legitimately. So these are the constraints I can point out in the tech sector in Nigeria.
Although there's a new law by the Nigerian Security and Exchange Commission, the NII Act, that's Nigerian Investment Act, to safeguard all investors in that sector. Talking about recognizing, digital asset and digital value. But what do you have to say about that also?
Like I said before, it is the duty of government to regulate all sectors. And if you look at I always mention fintech because they take majority aspect of the technology in Nigeria right now in terms of their values and their funding. So we wanted to talk about them also, the fintech. The commercial banks that are regular banks like the First Bank, Wema Bank, all those ones, they are being regulated. They have a large sum of money they deposited in the CBN, and they are being insured by the NDIC, the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Commission. So this is just to save the customer from losing their phone in case of if there's anything that it be like fold up of the banks. So this thing also is some of the policies that government introduced that for every fintech companies you must also be insured. And if you look at the OPay company, they are also insured under the NDIC. So I think this is a very good development. So as to because if you look at the end result of this policy, is at the betterment of the citizens, not losing their investment of values to any bank being bankrupt or being closed down.
Exactly. But let's now look at the participation of Nigerian youth in the tech sector of Nigerian economy. How do you see the Nigerian youth participating on the tech sector of the economy? Is it that encouraging from your own perspective, or we still need to do more in terms of their participation?
Yeah, Nigerian youth are taking so much. They are taking larger point in larger contribution in the tech company now. Though we can do more, we can always do more. If you look at the tech industry today, the majority of people that are there are youths. They are youths. From the web development, from the cybersecurity. There was a guy that I met. He was my very good friend. He's my good friend. So as Kohemiran is one of the Nigerian youth recognized by Apple, incorporated into the Nigerian Apple Wall of Fame. So this guy was because of his efficiency in technology that brought him that far to be recognized by Apple, to be listed in the Hall of Fame. He was just a very young guy, like 25 to 26 years old. So if you look at the tech business in Nigeria, the youth take the larger part, the larger contribution. We have almost 125 million Nigerian youths, youth in Nigeria, over 125 million youth in Nigeria. And you look at this population, I'm very happy with their involvement in technology. Though we can still do more. We can do more, maybe by picking these are youths right from the secondary school to train them on technology, different technology aspects. Because if you look at our environment now, all these guys that know about this technology are now venturing into fraud that they call Yahoo. If these people can be captured from the younger age by training them in an ethical hacking, because there are ethical hackers too. While we have some hackers that are doing it for wrong thing, we also have ethical hackers. Like this guy that I talk about, Emerald, is an ethical hacker too. So that if you can train people in the ethical hacking, so when they are growing up, they will already have the mentality of this knowledge, this wisdom that I have, this skill that I have in technology. There's a way that I can use it to make money from it legally without involving in frauds. So I think government needs to do more in bringing youth more into technology to let them know that they can do in technology, they can use their technology skills to do better things legally that can earn them money. There are a lot of guys doing well in technology industry in Nigeria. A lot of them. So and I think government needs to do more. I will quickly give kudos to the Lagos State government. I think of recent, they went on training many Nigerian and many Lagosian youths in technology from forest to all these things. They are training them. So all this, when government is coming in, collaborating with the youth in the states, in the country. So with this, we can bring them in for them to shun criminality, for them to shun using their technology skills for criminal acts. So I think in this way, government can do better. So youth in the technology business in Nigeria, youth they are doing well. So we can only hope for a better, for improvement. But right now they are doing well.
Exactly. I will take that from you. Right now they are doing well. But let's take a look at the side of investment. How huge is local investment in Nigerian tech sector? You know, when we talk about investment, we are talking about, apart from Money Point, OPay, and the rest of them investing in the fintech sector, how are others coming in to invest in this sector as expected?
Last year, 2024, there was a dwindle in the investment in the health sector investment, and this year I think it peaked again. Peak again. So in terms of the local and international contribution, like now, if you look at the OPay, it's an international company that came to invest in Nigeria, and if you look at Momo is being run by MTN. They are also a fintech company. They are being run by MTN, and they are also international firms. So a lot of international companies are coming in to invest. We have over 430,000 fintech companies in Nigeria that are based on ICT. So, and we can see majority of them are local, and we have larger part. We have some percentage also the international community came to Nigeria to invest. So if you look at there was a deal that is going on, and that the Nigerian government just signed with a China company that is bringing. They wanted to build fast train in Nigeria with a 60 billion investment. If you look at this place now, look at this sector now. This sector cannot run without technology. We are talking about fast train in Nigeria. It cannot run without technology. And this 60 billion is a huge investment into the Nigerian technology, because when I'm talking about technology, it's not even about bank, it's even about transportation too. That technology in transportation. So this company coming to Nigeria to invest 60 billion is a very huge win for Nigeria. So I can say Nigeria is doing well, though they are constrained. And the constraint that we see is that we still lack some infrastructures to handle, to promote our tech business. And this government, I think they are trying to improve on that. Because I hear that there's a $3 billion project being signed by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to build fiber optics internet in every local government in Nigeria. Even this is actually, if they do this, it will enhance the investment in tech business in Nigeria. Because if you look at some rural areas, you won't find network there. You agree with me? Rural area that don't find network there. Even if you board a plane, if you enter a bus at the park and you are traveling maybe from one state to another, if you get some places that you won't see network, that there won't be available network. So government is trying to fix all this by installing fiber optic network in all the local governments in Nigeria. If they can actually achieve this, then our network, our connection will improve drastically to about 80%. And that will give confidence to investors that they can be able to have confidence in investing in our tech business. That okay, that country, they have all the available infrastructure in place. So because companies don't just invest in a country that does not have available infrastructure to aid their investment. So by doing that, it's going to help a lot. So right now, the local and international investors in our tech business is doing fine, but we can actually improve on it.
Exactly. Improving on it also called for, government support in one way or the other. Even though you have alluded that the federal government is about planning to, install fiber, sensitive fiber to support the networking provision network in Nigeria going forward. But let's take a look at what the federal government is doing in regards of training young people in the tech side. We have seen what the Federal Ministry of Digital Economy is doing with their e-coding and e-decoding programs. They promised training about 6 million youth. But what do you make of this training so far?
Yeah, this training is not even the first one in Nigeria. Nigerian have been training Nigerian youths on technology. They have been training. You look at our former minister of digital economy, I think Ali Issa Patombe.
Exactly.
He has
Prof.
done, thank you. He has done similar things when he was a minister. And our current minister now, both the minister of youth and the Mr. Bode, I think forgotten his surname, Mr.
Bosun
Bode.
Tijani.
So yeah, sorry, thank you, Mr. Bosun Tijani. Yes, yeah, it's someone that I followed, and I've seen a lot of things I've been doing in digital economy. Even our marine blue economy minister too, Honorable Itola. I've seen a lot of things they are doing, training many Nigerian youths in technology. Lagos State right now, they train some youths to go to China to learn about how to drive train, how to maintain, how to if there's any fault, how they can fix it. And they came back to Nigeria and they are working now under Lagos State government. So these are the things that is actually good for government to do. They are doing it, but they can actually improve. They can improve. There is room for improvement. There's room for improvement. The Minister of Youth has trained a lot of Nigerian youths, hundreds of them, if not thousands of them, on technology. So I think this 1,000 is not good, but it's not enough. It's good, but it's not enough. But I think that's we can say a little beginning. They can actually improve more by picking. I said before that they should focus more on the young guys at the secondary school levels and the university too. They should focus on them, bringing them in, training them on this, so that when these are our upcoming generation, when they now grow, they will have something to contribute to Nigerian tech business, so that it won't just be this generation alone. And if you look at how the coming generation are revolving around criminality, you will be scared. So I think it's the right time government bring them in to engage them. When you engage them and they know that they can actually use their tech skills to make money legally. Legally. So they will definitely do what? They will definitely switch. So they are doing well, but they need to improve on it. So it's a call out to Minister Bosun Tijani, Minister of Youth too. It's a call out to them to do more. Maybe they will make it in every state in Nigeria, or all the 774 local governments in Nigeria, to pick some youth to train on technology. So that's just my own contribution to that.
Exactly. Interesting, Mr. Olugbenga Peter. I really want to appreciate you for coming on the show today. And it's a developing issue because we are looking forward to the 18.3 billion that Nigerian tech sector is said will contribute to the GDP of Nigeria. But for now, we are still enjoying one of the fastest growing technology sector in Nigerian economy. But Mr. Olugbenga, thank you for all your submissions so far on the show today.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
All right. So enjoy the rest of your day over there in Lagos, sir.
All right. Thank you. And you too.
All right. So I've been speaking with Mr. Michael Olugbenga Peter, who happens to be a tech expert and an industry player. Having shared his experience and someone who understands that terrain very well. And one of the points is hammering on is that let's take them young. Let's train them from a younger age, from the primary, secondary, university level, and pointing to the fact that we need to train them on ethical coding when it comes to technology. That is very key. Although when you expound on ethical coding, it will tell you that the other side of it is the Yahoo side, that we don't need to train them. But the ethical one is what Mr. Olugbenga Peter is hammering. And not to forget, the sector is worth over $18 billion.